How not to babysit your brother. The little brothers are trouble. Hi, my name is Will. I live with my parents, my grandma, my dog Buster, and my little brother Steve. Steve is trouble. He's loud, he's smelly, and he's always around. If you have a little brother, you know exactly what I mean. Last week, I found out just how much trouble he could be. That's when I learned how not to babysit my brother. It all started when Mom went shopping. Dad was out playing golf. I was playing my new video game, Cowboy Stampede. I was about to reach level 5. Usually, my cowboy got trampled on level 3. Bye, Mom, I said. Bye, Mom, Steve sang out. He likes to copy everything I do. Well, we'll be fine, Grandma told Mom. Don't worry. After Mom left, I went back to my game. Suddenly, I felt a tug on my arm. Can I play? It was Steve, of course. Go away, I said, but it was too late. The cow trampled my cowboy. 2 words came on the screen. Game over. Look what you did, Torped, I said. Play nice, boys, Grandma said. She yawned and picked up a book. I went back to my game. A minute later, I heard a snore. I went back to my game. I looked over at the couch. Grandma's book was on her lap and her eyes were closed. Grandma, I said. The only answer was another snore. She was fast asleep. A very bad idea. I looked over at Steve. He stared back at me. I'm bored, Steve said. If Grandma's asleep, you have to babysit me. I want to play hide and seek. Okay, I said. You hide first. 1, 2, 3. I smiled as Steve ran out of the room. Buster ran after him. Steve loves hide and seek. I love my video game. Now we're both happy. I waited until Steve and Buster were out of sight. Then I stopped counting and went back to my video game. I didn't think about Steve again until my cowboy was out of lasso points. Then I realized that the house was very quiet. Too quiet. I turned away from the game and looked at Grandma. She was still sleeping. Uh-oh, I said. I went to find Steve. I looked for him under the stairs. I looked in the hall closet. Steve wasn't there. This is what I heard babysitting lesson 1. When you're babysitting your brother, don't forget about him. I continued to search. I checked under Steve's bed. Then I checked under my bed. I searched the basement, the garage, and my closet. There was no sign of Steve. This was going to be harder than I thought. Where was Steve hiding? Crash! Uh-oh, I thought. I heard Buster barking in the kitchen. I ran to see what was going on. A very big mess. When I got there, the dogwood beam was tipped over. Steve's head and his shoulders were sticking out of the top. Dogwood was stuck in his hair, on his clothes, and up his nose. He looked like an alien from the planet Yuck. He giggled as Buster licked some crumbs off his ear. What took you so long? Steve asked when he saw me. A chunk of dogwood flew out of his mouth. Get out of there, I told Steve. We have to clean up this mess. Steve climbed out of the bin. Why? He asked. Buster's cleaning it up. If Buster eats all this food, he'll get a stomachache, I told him. I wiped off the counter and swept the floor, but Steve was still covered in dog food and dog slobber. Come on, Steve, I said. Let's go upstairs. Why? Steve asked. He gave me an I don't trust you look. What's upstairs? A bathtub, I said, grinning. Steve hates baths. I dragged Steve up to the bathroom. No bath, he yelled. I'll give you a cookie, I said. No bath! We glared at each other. I had to think of something fast. If you take a bath, I said, we'll play a game. What game? Steve asked. It's called Tidal Wave. Tidal Wave? Steve said happily. Okay. Babysit Lesson 3. When your brother likes one of your ideas, be very, very worried. Another very, very bad idea. Steve dragged his arm through the tub. Danger, danger, he shouted. Tidal wave. Water washed over me. Hey, I yelled. Steve laughed. Here comes another one. I was beginning to realize that tidal wave was a very, very bad idea. Stop, I pleaded. No more tidal waves. It was too late. Another wave came splashing out of the tub. This time, Steve managed to soak me. All the stuff on the counter by the sink and all four walls. Buster pushed the door open to see what we were doing. He was so too. Babysitting lesson 4. Never let your brother play tidal wave in the bathtub. We have to clean up before Grandma wakes up, I said. Steve shrugged. You can clean, he said. No, I said. You're going to help me. I gave Steve a towel. I'll get a mop, I said. Dry yourself off and don't make a bigger mess while I am gone. Look, Steve said proudly when I came back with a mop. Now the bathroom is extra clean and it sparkles, I groaned. There was toothpaste on the toilet seat. There was shaving cream on the sink. There were bubble baths dripping from the towel rack. Little beds of wet toilet paper were clinging to the walls. I could smell Mom's perfume, Dad's undershave, and Grandma's lavender powder mixed together. Babysitting lesson 5. When babysitting your brother, don't let him out of your sight for even 1 minute. All the cleaning made me hungry. Steve said, I want a snack. Go straight to the kitchen, I croaked. Do not wake Grandma. Do not hide. Do not pass go. Do you understand me? Steve smiled his most innocent smile. Sure, I'll make a snack for you too. He hurried out of the bathroom, leaving a trail of water behind him. My toothbrush was floating in the toilet. I fished it out and threw it away. This was not how I wanted to spend Saturday afternoon. Another stinky, smelly, horrible mess. After the bathroom was clean, I walked down to the kitchen. I gasped. The refrigerator door was wide open. Steve was standing at the counter. A huge half-made sandwich was in front of him. At least I think it was a sandwich. It was made out of ham, a whole tomato, an extra cucumber, cold spaghetti, pickles, chocolate syrup, sardines, and yogurt. Buster was licking a big blob of yogurt off the floor. Buster was having a very good day. So was Steve. I was not having a good day. Babysitting lesson 6. When babysitting your brother, don't forget babysitting lesson 5. If you do, you'll regret it every time. Steve took a big bite of sandwich. Yuck, he cried. This is gross. Do you want it, Will? He shoved a sandwich across the counter. I tried to catch it, but I was too slow. The sandwich landed on the floor with a splat. Uh-oh, Steve said. Messy. Should I clean it up, Will? No. I'll do it. Just stay out of the way. I cleaned the kitchen for the second time. Then I went to the family room. Grandma was still asleep on the couch. But now she had a weird streak of sparkly pink stuff on her nose. Steve was sitting next to her. What are you doing? I hissed. You'll wake her up. Shh, Steve replied. He held up Mom's makeup bag. I'm just making her look pretty. I watched in horror as he put out a lipstick and some face powder. Quit that, I whispered. I grabbed the makeup and the bag and shoved it under the couch. I took a tissue and gently wiped most of the makeup from Grandma's hair and face. Then I looked at Steve. He had smudges of red lipstick all over his face, and his arms were dusted with sparkling powder. Why did I forget babysitting lesson 5? You're a mess, I said. Time for more tidal wave? Steve asked hopefully. I shuddered and shook my head. Then I did what I should have done all along. I let Steve play Cowboy Stampede while I went to get a washcloth. All well that ends, or is it? When Mom walked in, Steve was still playing with my video game. I was reading a magazine. I was too tired to do anything else. At least Steve was clean. It took an hour to scrub the makeup off him. Hello, everyone, Mom said with a smile. Looked like things were quiet while I was gone. Grandma's eyelids fluttered. Oh my, she said. That was a nice rest. Were the boys good? Mom asked her. Oh yes, Grandma said. I hardly heard a peep out of them all afternoon. Will was my babysitter, Steve cried happily. I helped him clean. Mom was staring curiously at Grandma. I gulped as I noticed that Grandma still had a patch of glittery face powder on her chin. Just then, Pastor walked in. Mom stared at the dog. Then she stared at me. Well, she said sternly. I grinned weakly. It's a long story. Babysitting lesson 7. When babysitting your brother, don't forget to clean up the dog. The end.